who present, past, and future sees, whose ears have heard the holy word, that walked amongst the ancient trees, calling the lapsed soul and weeping in the evening dew, that might control the starry pole and falling light renew. O earth, return, arise out of the dewy grass. Night has worn and the morn rises from the slumberous mass. Turn away no more, while without turn away. The starry floor, the watery shore is given thee to the break of day. Good to be with you, my friends. It is I, the spiritual entertainer, your bard, here with you once again for your entertainment privilege. 7 days a week I am here, my friends, to talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. I mix spirituality and comedy here together for your entertainment privilege in whatever conversations we have. As a bard, I engage the culture, and I try to put a smile on your face to help you to connect with the ancestors, to help you to connect to the divine. So I welcome you, my friends. Thank you for being here. Appreciate our good friend Vixen is here, the servant of Anubis, and Swiftwind Aquarius, the Kurt Cobain reincarnation. Good to have you here, our friend. Well, truthfully, you are here. You've come to believe the Old Testament is a mythology. Yeah, that makes sense, right? You have the Christ being born in the mythology of his people and using his mythology to reach them. That's what I do every day, right? Who is our number one fans here? We all know who is our number one fans that come on here every day. It is the Christians. And I know their lore quite well because I used to be one. And so it's easier to engage with them in their conversation. You're getting spelled on? Well, that sounds exciting. That sounds real exciting. Tell me how that's happening for you. What kind of spells are being spun on you, right? I'm an entertainer. In terms of spell, the magic really is in my speech. That is really what makes a bard, is that they have the gift of the voice. You know, anyone can say poetry. Anyone could sing a dirge, a tune. Anyone can give wisdom, right? But that doesn't mean you have the gift of the voice. The gift of the voice goes into your heart and helps you to connect to that ancestral memory, that ancestral wisdom, right? And that's what I tried to share with you. Look who is here. Our good friend, our large friend. Why not? Good to see you. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for coming here and appreciate what you're doing here. You started talking to Jesus a lot these days. Oh, how is he doing? What kind of conversations are you having, right? You are not Matak. Who is Matak? I am unfamiliar. Is the music coming in okay? I have it a little bit low. I just want to make sure. Are you able to hear the music, my friends? Is it coming in at a decent rate? Good to see you, Obito. Good to have you here, our friend Obito, for your entertainment leisure. Just, gee, God isn't real. How do you know? How do you know? Have you done the research? Or are you just being lazy about it, right? The music is good. Ringo, good to have you here. Rigo, what's up? I hope you have a wonderful day, brother. This man got the greatest comebacks ever. Yeah, I try. I really do try, right? You want to pray for me? Yeah, I go ahead. I don't care. Yeah, you could talk to Jesus. You could talk to Keradwin. You could talk to Tara, Guan Yin, Buddha. There are so many people who want to have a conversation with you. Parvati, I mean, the Shakti. I mean, there's all kinds of beings. You know, a lot of this conversation we have is part of our inner reality, our collective consciousness. You know, these archetypes, they have many names, many faces. and there's always energy behind that, right? And nobody gets upset on the other side of that when you don't get it right. You're doing the best you can, really, right? He is omniscient, so I could speak. Yeah, the idea of, I don't like the word omniscient, because then you have to go, is your deity in your turds, right? Everywhere present and seeing all things. That means he's up your ass and stuff like that. I like the idea of connection, being part of a web of life. And we participate in that web. All matter and energy participates in this web of life in a very unique way. Let's see. What potions do I need for? You need ales. Yeah, ales makes the best kind of adventure, right? Let's see. What does the star mean? It is a pentangle. It is a symbol of my ancestors who are Celts. And you can see here, this card here is actually a tarot card. The Ace of Pentangles is what it is. I like the art. I like what my ancestors, the art that they had. And this is that's why I have it in the background. Good morning, Pat and Martin. Good to see you. Oh, let's see here. What we should scissor and connect. What kind of scissor do you want to do? You bring the ales. You're welcome, Moose. You're welcome. Yeah, no misogyny is welcome here. The people saying that Satan was a female, I mean, that is just stupidity. Let's Skyrim NPC. Screw you. I am an Oblivion NPC. Child, you have no culture. Our industrial vagina is here. Somebody says because Satan's a female. Oh my, yeah. You got Viking blood. Yeah, most of us do. If you live in the United Kingdom, if you have ancestors from there, part of them were Vikings because they came and pillaged our ancestors, right? Where is Backdoor Dan? He is hiding, Speedy. He is hiding. He is hiding. No one knows Satan's gender. No one knows if Satan is real. You cannot prove that there is a Satan, right? I think this idea of Satan is terrible, right? You are a child of Modor, Muadur. I don't know. Is that? Tell me the Celtic lore, the Nordic lore about that one. I'm unfamiliar with that. Muadur. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. You have ancestors from Greece. You probably do, right? You live over that in that area, right? Oh, Momo, Cupcake, good to see you, our good friend. Good to have you here for your spiritual entertainment in the morning. And look who it is. Our wonderful, wonderful friend, D's Nuts. Good to see you. Our friend D's Nuts, how have you been? And the demon is here. Good to see you, the demon. Our favorite demon has arrived. Yeah. Today, my son got kicked out of school, so he had to... he doesn't get to go to school today. There was 2 more days left. Now, he has been in trouble too many times in the past month. And they're like, we have to suspend you now. He is not taking any shit from any people anymore. He has been bullied all year long, and he has lost his mind. And I mean, what he did yesterday, I thought was a bad idea. Some kid was being a goofball and stole one of his potato chips off his plate. So he chases the kid down and, pulls his arm, almost broke his arm. And I'm glad that he didn't. I'm like, that's not self-defense. When you have to chase someone down, you're not self-defending anymore. You're taking vengeance. And that's not what I taught him to do. Self-defense is very specific when someone is doing something to you to stop them in that moment. But what he did was terrible. And that's my fault because I was having a discussion with him about it because I'm confused. You told me to battle these people. I'm like, well, not in that way. So he is unfortunately suspended from school for the rest of the year, which is only 2 days. Sir Flame Drop, good to see you. Hope you are doing well. Yeah. It happens, right? And Rector Lich is here. Good to see our good friend Rector Mitch. He has brought 5 free memberships for your entertainment leisure there. And now, my friends, you can join our Discord server. There will be a link in the members only tab for you to return and to be with us if you've already been here around, right? Am I familiar with Philip Blair, the Torch of Christ Ministries? I'm not familiar with any fundamentalists anymore. I keep away from that stuff. Do you do Make-A-Wish? Oh, that would be a wonderful. I've certainly contributed money to it in the past. I mean, that's a wonderful organization, right? It helps people to, they're dying, young children, to be able to experience something wonderful. And I think that is a worthy investment for all people to help those children experience that last great joy of here. But I want to stop back from your comments here for a moment. And I want to share what I put on my Substack this morning. If you're interested in my Substack, it's in the About Me page. And it's really just notes I do. Sometimes I get these ideas. Don't forget, my friends, up there at the top of your screen, before I continue on here, there's a like button up there. Don't forget to touch it when you come in, because I do this for a living. One of the most difficult things we have, at least to my, thank you, Rector Lich. Hope you're doing well. Appreciate you very much, my friend. Now, one of the most difficult things in my life was accepting that I'm wonderful, and even more so that you are wonderful as well. It is strange how hard it is to believe you are wonderful. It really is. We are beings of wonder. We come from wonder. We end in wonder. Yet the idea of being unworthy. You threw a bully in the trash when you were in high school. Yeah. Thank you for your contribution, my friend. As I say, the idea of being unworthy of this settles into us early. Even with a good and loving family, the thought still finds a way in. It becomes a quiet voice that follows us into an adulthood, that we are unworthy of, that we are not wonderful, that we are not worthy to be loved, that we have to earn it all, right? I believe much of this comes from the religions we inherit. It's like we carry a cultural memory that we are terrible and have offended whatever gods that be. I mean, this isn't just like a Abrahamic religion problem. It's also a pagan problem. For me, this was Christianity. The message should have been for Christians that you are worthy to be loved. Every religion should say this. Think about it. In Christianity, you have a God who wants to die for you, right? That alone should tell you that you are worth something, right? Instead, the message becomes that you are lucky God tolerates you, right? You are told you are broken, you are sinful, you are terrible. You are told that love is conditional. The Bible teaches conditional love. Christians do not teach conditional love. The Bible is very specific that you have to perform, you have to believe, you have to follow rules, and then the God will love you. That's what the Bible teaches. And I challenge anyone to say differently. Worth must be earned. That's what I was taught as a Christian. When I left the church, I spoke with a friend of mine about being loved by the divine. I said, I don't feel worthy. He told me that was your old Christianity speaking. He said, you are worthy. You are worthy. And it took me time to understand what he meant. He was not speaking to my ego. That's kind of, when you think of someone saying, I am worthy, right? That's not the context, self-promotion and ego, what we're going at here. Man, my music is loud. Let me turn this down just a bit. It's a little bit too loud for me right there. He was telling me to feel important. He was speaking to my nature. He was saying that I am worthy of love because that is what I am. He was saying that I was wonderful. Now, this began to make sense when I thought about my children. My children are worthy of my love because they were conceived in my love. They are wonderful because they come from me. They don't need to earn that. They don't need to perform for it. They don't need to prove anything to me. They are loved because that's what they are. Bunny biscuits, thank you, my friend. I'll give you some bunny here in a minute after I finish sharing this little talk I'm doing here. Appreciate you. They are loved because what they are. I could see this in them. Then why is it so hard to see that in myself, right? And to see it in yourself? Why is it so hard to say, I am worthy? I'm worthy to be loved. I am wonderful. You ever ask yourself that? Do you feel like you're unworthy? Were you conceived like I was convinced, like I was, that I am not? The truth is that the only thing keeping you from embracing what you are is your choice not to believe it, really. You can learn to recondition your mind. You can learn to accept your infinite value. You can learn to speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love. It just takes practice, my friends. Say it with me now. I am worthy. I am wonderful. I am loved. Make that your mantra. Make that your mantra, my friends. Think about that. Think about how wonderful you are. Think about that's all conditioning. You are conditioned to see your self-worth. Think about that. All right, you want to see my rabbits? All right. Rectal itch here he's bought these wonderful. If I pick up the bag, they're going to get all crazy, but I want to show them to you first. We'll start out with Mr. Buddy here. Come here, Mr. Buddy. He's more nicer when I pick him up. He's more, look how adorable he is, right? He's an adorable creature right here. This is Mr. Buddy. And I'm going to give him a treat in a minute here. He's such an adorable creature. Look at that. Such a beautiful creature here. He is more tame. Now, Mrs. Bunny, she gets the attitude. She gets the attitude. Here she is. You see her? You see how beautiful she is? She's what you see on my walking stick. Ouch! Yeah, see, she don't like to be picked up. And now I will give them the wonderful Timothy biscuits, sponsored by our wonderful community member, Rectal Itch. Yes, thank you, Rectal Itch, for buying these wonderful treats for my rabbits. They really appreciate you very much. Here you go. Here you go. They're fighting over them. Here. Yeah, my one, Mr. Buddy, he is kind of, he eats his super fast. And what he'll do is, it's kind of cute, but it's a nuisance to the other rabbit. He'll go and rip the other one out of her mouth. So I got to give him 2 of these wonderful things. There you go, sir. All right. Coming back to you, my friends, coming back to your comments. Trying not to step up my rabbits here. All right. So there you are, my friends. You haven't expected the fact that you exist, though. A major problem there. You haven't expected the fact that you exist. Yeah, you exist in love, in value and purpose. You are the universe realizing itself and how beautiful it is, as Alan Watts once said. How much charisma does your stick have? +5. It gives a +5 charisma bonus, yeah. What do you think about occult cybernetics? What the hell is that? Oh, shoot. I'm falling behind here. I am way behind. But then I scrolled up back to where I'm supposed to be here. Mr. Mystery, hello. Good to have you here. The Bible is a fairy tale. Then why do so many people believe it? Right? Now, fairy tales are different from mythology. There's a different context there. Speedy, thank you. Yeah, as you're coming in, friends, don't forget to go up and touch the like button up there. You see it at the top of your screen. I do this every day, and I appreciate your support, my friends. Yeah. Where are we at? Love you all. Love the stream. Thank you, our good friend Kurt Cobain. Good to have you. The Bible is a spiritual map or a dimension of our collect. The Bible is a terrible, terrible book that was put together to control you. There's nothing spiritual about it. I mean, certainly there's spirituality in it. I mean, there's wisdom in it. There's goodness in it. But the element of control it makes it all terrible. It is not a good book. I mean, it gives instructions, for instance, to marry a rapist if you've been violated. It gives instruction. I mean, if I gave you a religious book and it said that, you wouldn't take it, right? But you're conditioned to accept it. You're conditioned to see that it is something comes from God when it is not from God, because it is the way that it talks about God makes you look terrible, makes God look terrible, right? Moon flesh is here. Oh my! You thought I was going to see what? You have a parrot? You believe in nicotine? Oh man, yeah. One of my 19. He's going to be 19 next month. He started smoking vapes, and I'm like, you're going to have to deal with that now the rest of your life. I mean, that's a terrible addiction, very expensive. I mean, that's a terrible addiction. I mean, it certainly it provides relaxation, right? But it puts a hole in your pocket. Let's see here. DNA has, with one episode, disproves the story of Adam and Eve. Yeah, Adam and Eve is just a mythology to try to explain our origins. It's never meant to be a scientific truth, and it's stupid when people do that, right? The third eye from pagan. Third eye has many different places in various cultures and mythologies. It doesn't mean it's pagan specifically. People believe because they have bad logic and reasoning skills. Well, you have to understand what you just said is illogical, right? Your conclusion. Every hypothesis begins in belief and hope. Yeah, everything scientific originates in a belief. So what you're saying is illogical. Explain the cause of the universe. There is no cause. We know from our sciences that the universe has always been here. It's always been present. That energy has always been here. That you come from energy and you return to energy, right? That is a scientific truth that Christians have yet to answer. Yeah, atheists don't believe they come from nothing. You people do. You believe in ex nihilo, right? Am I a father? Yeah, I used to be a clergyman. I was a father deacon. That's what I was. But I've retired. The Bible was rich, evil men using to control humanity. It certainly was an instrument of control. That's why it was put together. I mean, that's the terrible truth. Yeah. What species created us? We don't know. Why do we have to be created? Why can't we just always be here? Why is it so difficult to grasp that our humanity in a lesser evolutionary state was present always here? Why do we need an origin, right? Why do we need a beginning? What does it have to be a species that create? Yeah, my mother and father created me. Yahweh helped build the body. Yeah, Yahweh's evil. The Anunnaki created humans. Some people believe in that mythology. I don't believe in it myself. But that's pretty popular. People watch the History Channel. They have a lot of alien lore and stuff. And the Anunnaki, I mean, if you get into these mythologies of that region, right, you don't want to be created by them. There's nothing spiritual about it. You are created to be enslaved, right? I mean, that's a terrible origin story. That means you really have no purpose. You have no being. You are just created to serve, right? What a terrible, terrible origin story. Joey, good to see you. Have you had your exorcism today? Yeah, you know what's unfortunate? In terms of my daily exorcisms, I have been collecting them. Guinness Book of World Records will not accept it. I went and tried to apply. They won't accept it. So I'm no longer going to continue my playlist because there's like 30 of them on there. I mean, there would be like infinite number of exorcisms on there by our Christians friends. Yeah, these people are ridiculous, and we provided a show for that. But unfortunately, Guinness Book of World Records will not be accepted. They don't accept spiritual stuff. I mean, very unfortunate, right? Let's see here. You're one of those underground Christians who believe in the demerge. I'm not a Christian, and I think demerge is a terrible belief system. I'm not a Christian. A lie from Satan. I don't believe in a Satan either. You people make all that shit up. You see how immediately Colin here comes on and assumes that I'm some type of Christian, or I believe in a devil, right? Or I am the devil. Yeah. Wisdom is to learn about the other person before making any judgments. You're just a child ready to to do battle with me. That's why you're on here making your accusations. He's a witch. Burn him. Burn him. Yep. Sick people indeed. Am I an atheist? When it comes to most of the religions of the world, I certainly am. But I am more of an agnostic because I've experienced God. I've heard God's voice. There's never a day that goes by that I'm not feeling the presence of the divine. And so I cannot be an atheist. Now, in terms of atheism, I certainly could be insane. I'm open to that idea. But I like being crazy. Being delusional, as Richard Dawkins would call me, has made me a better person. Has given me purpose and direction in my life, and has helped me to bring smiles and peace to other people. So I'm okay with being a nutcase. I have no problem at all. Yeah, be kind and like the button. Yeah. You think the problem is specific religions that say my God is the true God? Yeah, that's what makes it kind of terrible, right? It is an ancient competition and tribalism that we've inherited in our religions today, mostly through Christianity. I mean, ancient paganism was no different. Modern pagans, they don't have the control mechanisms that their ancestors had. But the idea of the only true gods, that's still present, and terrible, right? Do I like yin and yang? Of course. I tend to see the world in terms of alchemy. And, excuse me, the yin and yang is a very important symbol that represents that alchemy, that harmony that you find in the cosmos. What is my religion? I don't have a religion. Spiritual entertainment is my religion. Now, I practice druidry. That is the only spirituality that I practice. I am a member of the Order of Bards, Ovites, and Druids. If you want to learn about earth-based spirituality, I have a video section that shares on many of the themes of modern druidry, if you're interested in that. I look like a nutcase, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I love myself. I'm very happy with being a nutcase. Yeah. Let's see here. Satan worshiper, prove it. Yeah, we love our real rank. We love Hindus. We love Hindus here. Hindus are like one of my, like 20% of my audience is from India. And I don't know why. Like most of my videos that about druidry are very popular in India for whatever reason. I don't understand why. Yeah, they make up most of my subscribers. The Bible is bullshit. Yeah, I would certainly, it's not a good book. It is not a good book. There's good stuff in there. There's also good stuff in all books, right? Yeah, you could find wisdom everywhere. Why am I wearing, what? My cloak is blue. It is not black. I am a bard, and this is a symbol of the bards. It's a symbol of my ancestors. I do the bardic tradition in my own way. Even though I'm a member of an order of bards, I do it my own way, and the cloak is to honor the tradition. That is a symbol of the bards, the blue cloak. See, your cape is legendary. It's a cloak. It is a cloak. I did answer. You just didn't like my reply. Does the world revolve around you? I don't understand why you demand a response. You have to understand something. By the end of my show, which is probably about 2 hours, I get a minimum 4,000 comments, and I can only respond to what's on the screen. So chill out. Christians get defensive because they don't think about God not being real. Yeah, you should challenge. If you are a Christian, you should always challenge your belief, right? You should always question everything. Buddha said question everything. I think that is and I'm willing to admit I could be crazy. I don't have any problem with that at all. Let's see. Go up and touch that like button, my friends. You see it at the top of your screen there. Got all these people on here. Help a bot out. And think about becoming a community member. There's a join button down there. I do this every day. I've been doing it for a year. And as long as people support me by going to that join button, buying me a cup of coffee, I'll do this every day for the next 25 years, as long as I'm paying for it. Thank you, my friend. Another 12 hours on the Clanker farm. Yeah, thank you for your hard work, my friend, and what the work that you do. It's very important for the world. What our Rector Lich, his work in the technology industry is building the tomorrow. Right, so we thank you, Rector Lich. You're doing a spiritual work, right? Now, you might not see it as a spiritual work, but it is, because you're building humanity's foundation, right? What you're doing is very important, even though it's mundane sometimes and repetitive. You're doing a great and spiritual work for the world. So thank you, Rector Lich, for what you're doing for the world here. Yeah, think about joining our community, my friends, because we do things like Friday night, we have a D&D game that we play. Saturday, we're having an all-day D&D game to celebrate 50,000 subscribers. That's one of the community fun things that we do together. Yeah, David, good to see you, our good friend. And have a good night, Rector Lich. Religion is based in truth. It can be. I mean, religion uses truth. That doesn't make it true. It doesn't make it true. Keep your eyes open. Good to see you, our good friend. Hope you're doing well. Most Christians have no income, hands out free, everything. What is it? What do you mean by that? Playing D&D is going to see through it. What it does. D&D is one of the last things in this world that can bring people together who are enemies to have a good time. If you know how to run your tables, you can bring people from all different experiences that sometimes would hate each other. When you bring them into this world that you're creating, they can be the best of friends just for that moment. I mean, this is how all games should be. A lot of our games, unfortunately, are being politicized and have become ways to divide rather than ways to unite. I mean, that's what you see in a lot of sports nowadays. It's all about politics rather than bringing people together. And even D&D has been hijacked by the overlords at Hasbro there, and they politicized the game quite heavily, which is very unfortunate. And a lot of old DMs like myself, we reject that. I still play a game to bring people together. And Dungeons and Dragons has always been a game for people of diversity, for instance. It's always been the people that don't fit in the crowd, right? They can find a home there. It's always been a place to bring all kinds of people together, always. We don't need to change the rules and change the environment, making the drow no longer evil in order for people to fit in. I mean, I think Hasbro is ridiculous. Marijuana was quicker friendship with assholes. Yeah. Well, yeah. reefers bring people together, right? How do I feel about Israel? I'm still trying to get over Canada. I'm still, I don't, Canada, I'm trying to work that out. When I lived up in Detroit, going over to Windsor all the time to partake in the beverages over there. It's still trying to figure it out. Yeah. What Chinese horoscope am I? I am a fire dragon, my friend. I am a fire dragon sign in the zodiac of the Chinese, and I am a Cancer in the tropical. Now, the satirical, I don't know. The satirical, or whatever you say, the Vedic astrology, I don't know where I am there. I can't remember, because you have the tropical is a little bit off in terms of actual stars, right? It's more of a energies of the seasons now, more than anything. You see the veil, veritas? Yeah. Truth is veiled for you because you choose to make it veiled. That is the only why it is veiled. Why it exists in a veil is because you are the veil, right? You are that curtain in the temple that separates the Holy of Holies, your experience. You only need to look within. Everything wonderful is with every part of your being. It is all there. Let's see here. You're 60. Well, welcome. You're a fire horse as well. Yeah, they're very nice. Yeah, yes. What blasphemy is? What blasphemy is this? There's no blasphemy here unless you're bringing it, sir. I'm just a mere entertainer. Nothing more, nothing less. Vixen, you believe in Jesus and you've read the Bible many times. Yeah, Vixen here is a Buddhist who follows Jesus's teachings. Let us smoke. You're firing up your reefer as we speak. God is a construction, yes. Yeah. God is more of our creativity, trying to understand the mystery. That is a part of all of us. It's not a construction. It's not, but a creativity, rather. Now, if you want to get into semantics about that, the intention is to see it not as a mere device, but rather something we experience. Can I make a claim to say my three-headed God created the universe? You can do whatever you want. I don't care. I'm an entertainer. You can believe whatever you want to. I'm just here to facilitate a conversation with the world here. Preferred race in Oblivion, Imperial. The Imperials, yeah. I always, because they get that bonus for the gold, right? It's a fire horse this year. It certainly is, Timothy. Certainly is. The consequences of using fentanyl was your birth, Wolverine. Yeah, I'm sorry that you feel that way about yourself. That in order to bring someone like yourself into the world, people need to get high. I mean, that's terrible, how you conceive of yourself, sir. I'm sorry that you feel that way. Get rid of this asshole here with the swastika. Someone, I mean, I can do it. I'm sure some of you see it. Vixen, do you see that guy there? I mean, what a terrible symbol. What a terrible symbol to have. I'll just get rid of him. Let's see here. It's right here. I don't know. You probably have blocked him. That's why you can't see him. Hide user from this channel. Goodbye. Yeah. People who use symbols of hate are not welcome here. We're not welcome here. We don't appreciate that. I mean, you're probably just being childish, but people were murdered using that symbol. That is no longer an appropriate symbol that you're using here. I mean, that's terrible. Dweep Jambo, good to see you. You keep coming back, right? You keep coming. You like it. God chooses what is foolish in the world to shame the wise. You're an addict too. Don't give up, brother. No, God doesn't choose and pick the way you're talking. God chooses you and chooses everyone because God enjoys doing it. It has nothing to do with your level of wisdom or foolishness or your difficult life. God enjoys loving all people. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor, smart or lacking in the intellect department. You are loved with an infinite love, and you are chosen in that respect. Crazy Carl is here. Good to see you. Joseph, good to see you as well. Am I a devil worshiper? No, I'm an entertainer. That is it. Nothing more than that. Am I magic? Well, in a manner of speaking, you could say that. The symbol has an amazing true meaning that has been forgotten due to evil. Yeah, the symbol behind me is, what is this UNC? Someone educate me. Someone educate me on the meaning of that. I keep seeing that pop up on memes and stuff. Can someone educate me with? I'm still trying to wrap the 6-7 shit around my head. Like, how do they do this strange sexual position? The 6-7. Now the UNC, is that something sexual as well? The UNC. Let's see here. You said I was chosen. Who chose me? Well, first of all, your parents. They chose to experience this loving reality, you. And if they haven't done that, that's unfortunate. By nature, you are chosen. By nature, your being here reveals your importance. You are the universe realizing itself. You were chosen to do that. You were chosen to do that. It means you're old, Bart. Oh, okay, thank you. I am old, and I'm not ashamed. Old people have value, and it's a shame that people don't recognize that. You should honor your elderly, right? I am an old person. I certainly am. You should honor those who are older than you. There's wisdom there, right? You don't think we should exist? That's terrible, Wendy. I'm sorry that you had a terrible life. But all of that terribleness that you've experienced is an illusion, because you're wonderful, Wendy. You have purpose, you have being. And if you want to, it's there for you to embrace. It's all how you choose to perceive yourself. You are wonderful. You are worthy. Fascism, yeah. I like seeing you the first time yesterday. Now as well. Thank you. We don't like fascism here as well. You never were a Christian. You people just assume for some reason religion is a way bigger than just one stupid book made by the Romans. Yeah, you are right. The Roman Empire created the Bible as a means to control people. Let's see here. Where are we at? Good to know. Now, how the heck have I ended up in a Wiccan life? I'm not a Wiccan, sir. I practice druidry. That is it. I am an entertainer. Now, I have lots of Wiccan friends, certainly. But I am a bard, sir. You turn 50 on January, so we're in the old club. Yeah, I'm going to be 50 in July myself. Yeah, we are the old people here. The Impotent Men Club that we have. The Blue Pill Club here. There is no God but Allah. Prove it. Prove it. Not interested. You see how they use these words to control you. They come to you proclaiming a truth, right? But they can't prove any of it. They cannot prove that what they're saying. They try to force it into your experience by making you feel guilty or shameful or fearful. Islam is terrible at doing that. Putting a gun to your head. Will you confess Muhammad is the only prophet, or I'm going to blow your head off? And now, not all Muslims do that. But I had a friend that happened to him when I was, I had a good friend who was a priest from Nigeria. And there was this community of Nigerian priests that I used to associate with. And one of them told this story of having a gun pointed to his head. And unfortunately, he said, okay, please research and use your brain. Why are you here if you are using your brain, right? Why do you have to go on streams and make that proclamation? Are you using your brain? Someone with the proper knowledge, it doesn't need to go around whining about why you don't have the proper knowledge, right? Think about that. I ask God to guide you. Thank you. That's not true Islam. All the Abrahamic religions are terrible to me. Yeah, that's a gray area for, people think have common sense. Skeptical is good. It's healthy. Sir H saw you tweaking. You saw me tweaking on what? What was I? Or twerking. You saw my backside on my OnlyFans page and you enjoyed it. So you have come to seek me out here. Yeah, I don't do that stuff on here. YouTube doesn't like, my private parts flying around and stuff on the screen. Berserk. Now he's got some weird shit on his channel. Our friend here, Berserk. He makes these interesting memes. He's made a few of me. My wife appreciated the one he made about my wife the other day. Yeah, thank you for all you do, Berserk, and the entertainment you provide to the world. Another channel that I like, that it's like Berserk's, is the one with the cat. There's a cat like looking at cringe videos. That one is hilarious with the cat making these faces. We are God's dream. Vishnu's play, the Gunagap, the big yawn, God's ego, death, etc., etc. I think we are the divine imagination. I think that's more appropriate. Dreams are something that end, right? Imagination is something of infinite potential and value. And William Blake said that we are the divine imagination. And we have a unique participation in that because we are the sons and daughters of that reality. And we have an infinite value with our creativity, right? I think that's very important. We love our Hindu friends here. We love our Hindus at Kamanya. Praise Keridwe. Yeah, my nose is always itching. I got my damn allergies, so I have to always go off to the side here. Be kind, rewind. You want to go back in time, pissing off the video, those video places you would rent, like Blockbuster Video. They would charge you $1 if you didn't rewind. Yeah, remember that? I am gay. Yes, I am a gay Jewish sorcerer. How did you know? That's all you do, Tracy? Yeah. Thursdays we are gay. Yes, it is Thursday. It is a good day to be gay today. You meant Vishnu? That is what we view in Hinduism, various authentic sects versus the neo-cultic propagated by deep state puppets. Well, Hinduism is very diverse. Vishnu in one village will be much different than a Vishnu in another village in India. Their mythology is not unified in the stories. It's unified in the experience that is passed down. And there's always a new story. There's always a new Vishnu. The Vishnu that is popular today is not the same Vishnu that was in the Rig Vedas. Now, that's the beauty of Hinduism, its diversity in sharing this memory, this divine memory in each generation. So making claims that Hinduism is this or that is really an illusion because of its great beauty and diversity. The only thing that you could say in terms of an absolute in Hinduism is the quest for moksha. That is the universal reality. Everything that is described in terms of their gods, there's so much, there's no it's always the same everywhere, right? Like you have in the Western religions. What are your thoughts on pizza? My favorite pizza, I think, is Jets Pizza. It's the Detroit deep dish pizza that I'm from Detroit. And if you live in Detroit, Michigan, go to a Bushimis. They make the best. Christianity is a Hebrew religion. It said, the Jewish says don't trust in its own faith. Yeah, all of the Abrahamic religions to me are religions of control. That they should go away. Good night, Andy. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna to you, my friend. Bros Gandalf. Yeah, I'm gay Gandalf. You like Jedi cows. Now that's a new one. I never even heard of that before. This is satanic nonsense. Prove it. Yeah. You like Jet's Pizza? You like it? Do I eat cows? I'm not a Hindu. I'm not a Hindu. That's something you won't find in India. It's like a Burger King, right? I mean, that would piss the Hindus off. Some of them get very violent with shit like that. They will burn your Burger King down. Let's see. Do you reject your feelings? Oh, we live into our life to the fullest, and it's all a dream anyway. It's not a dream. It's dreams come to an end. The creativity of our cosmos is something that is forever, right? The root of all reality is an energy. And energy has no beginning or end. The cosmos is a living reality. It is the divine imagination at work. And we're a part of that. We guide the cosmos. We guide its beauty in what we do. And it's never going to end. It's never going to end. This is a Wiccan or pagan religion. There's no religion here unless you're bringing it. I'm not a Wiccan. I'm not a pagan. Pagans are my friends. Wiccans are my friends, certainly. But I am a monotheist. I have one goddess only, Keridwin. That's it. 6-7 was wisdom of ancient geometry. Yeah, that's some weird sex practices, the 6-7. I just don't get it. When I was younger, 69 is all I knew. The 6-7 stuff, I just don't get it. How do you do that? I mean, think of the contortion that you must go through to provide that type of sexual reality. Eating cows isn't really bad, as I know. We have bigger problems. Well, it depends on what type of Hinduism you're practicing, right? My friends, as you're coming in, don't forget to go up and touch the like button up there on the top of your screen. Help about out. The 5 pointed star facing upwards in a circle is Wiccan or pagan. No, it's not. Wiccans use that symbol. So do Christians. I went to a church recently. My son, he goes to a Roman Catholic school. And I went there, in his church school was the pentangle in the stained glass. It is a universal sacred geometry that is used by various religions and cultures. You have it on flags, right? It is the idea that it is a pagan or Wiccan or satanic thing is made up by Christian fundamentalists who refuse to be educated, who live in a fanaticism that gives them the illusion of having value by going around saying everyone has a devil. The universe is a cycle. It will end. That's not scientific. There is certainly cycles in the cosmos, but energy does not end. It does not end. Hindus won't even speak to beef killers. You're generalizing about Hindus are all different. Hindus are all different. They're not all the same. Do you, about the queen of hell, Lilith, somebody made that all up. There is no queen of hell. There's no hell. Now, Lilith is a thing of modern occult practice. If you go back to the biblical tradition, the Middle Eastern tradition, she has various legends that is associated with it that became popularized later as a response to patriarchalism in Western religion. Let's see. The Germanic tribe called Langsubaden consists of the words lang, long, and bart, beard, or something like long beards. Surprise. They wore long beards. Wow. Thank you for that interesting facts. Some Hindus saying they don't eat cows and they're going around eating chickens is literally BS. Yeah, well, the chicken is, all Hindus are different. So you're generalizing Hindus. There are Hindus who do eat hamburgers. I mean, most Hindus practice vegetarianism. That is the normal reality. And the eating of the chicken is not of the sacred reality of a cow. The cow is a sacred truth in their experience. Push the like button, my friends. Don't forget, as our friend Speedy here is indicating to you. Lilith is Diablo 4. Yeah. I never got into Diablo games. I played the last one that was out like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm hacking and slashing, and that to me, the repetitiveness of getting better gear. I mean, I just don't get into that. Turbo Somvara is here. Good to see our friend Turbo. Good to have you here. You have a smooth white bottom. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Do you wax it? Yeah. What about hedonists? What about them? I mean, I don't care what you're doing with your life. That's your life, your journey, right? We're all trying to do our best here together, right? Now, I don't have to agree with how you're doing it, but I understand that we're all doing our best. We're all going to end up in the same place. That is what I believe. That's what I practice. That is what I live. That we're all heading for an embrace. And in that embrace, we'll be able to see the things that contradicted that, and we'll be able to heal from what we have done. Not true, all animals are protected by Hindus. You're using Hindus in a generalized sense. Hindus are the most diverse religious reality in the world. Not all of them do it the same. Their myths are not the same. Their gods are not the same. And certainly their vegetarianism is not the same. Yeah, let's be kind to one another and spread happiness. Is it that difficult, right? Dr. Mantis, good to see you, my good friend. Good to have you here. Was I a Catholic priest? I was a deacon in the Ruthenian tradition of the Catholic Church. And before I could become a priest, I realized this is not for me. I retired last year. I don't believe Christianity is a good religion. That's why I left it. There's certainly good things in it that I have taken with me. But as a religion, it controls people. It keeps you separated from God through the things they instruct you about yourself. Why I left the church? Because my parishioners kept asking me. They would say, I don't feel that God loves me. And I couldn't figure that out. And then I realized I had to always convince them that they were loved. But I realized that the Bible and the church teaching, this God wants you to perform. It doesn't want to love you as you are. It's not unconditional love. If you're not doing what it wants, you can certainly be destroyed. That is not a loving deity. And I realized that this religion that I was promoting was evil and terrible. And so I left it, right? So that is why. American Maker, our good friend. Are we playing D&D? No, that's tomorrow night. Our D&D game's tomorrow night on here. That's not what Hindu teachings demand. There's no such thing as Hindu teachings. There are teachings in Hinduism. There is no dogma in Hinduism. You're generalizing like most Westerners do. Let's see here. Where are we at? You are just meeting bad people and call themselves Hindu falsely. Yeah, well, there's assholes in every religion. Really. You are still no, I'm not. I was a deacon and I left. I renounced it. I mean, for the deranged Catholics, they think you're always ordained. I renounced my vows. I renounced my ordination. A deacon is completely different from a priest, as an elder is from the faithful. No, it is not. Bishops, priests, and deacons all participate in the priestliness of Jesus Christ. The deacon is just as much Jesus in persona Christi to the people as the bishop and the presbyter is. They just do it differently. See, the Roman Catholics, they have really watered down the diaconate to make it like a glorified altar boy. In the Eastern Church, deacons are called father, but not in the Roman Church because they are afraid of married people. In the Eastern Church, they always had married clergy, but in the Roman Church, they teach, and this is not an exaggeration, that celibacy makes you more spiritual than being married. What a bullshit teaching, right? That's something I had to contend with all of the time as a clergyman in the Eastern Church. These people, and they think you are superior, which is epic bullshit. The marriage and celibacy are two paths, two ways of expressing the mystery, and one is not better than the other. But the Roman Church, the popes, all the way back to the saints like St. Thomas Aquinas, taught that being celibate is superior. It's epic bullshit nonsense. Am I allowed to play D&D with us tomorrow? Yeah. One of the things that are required, if you want to join the D&D game for Saturday, that is still open. I need one more person. If you want to be there all day, we have temporary players. I have 3 permanent players that will be there for the full 6 to 8 hour session. Now, Friday nights, you could certainly come and hang out with us and participate in that. One of the things that is required is that you could speak proper English. I don't mind playing games with people who cannot, but it is a show, and that often leads to a distraction from what we're doing. I have found. So that's important. The other thing is I do want people with cameras. If you don't have a camera and you're a community member as you are, I will certainly accept you. But reach out to me on Discord and we could talk if you want to be into. I'm not going to teach you how to play. You have to know how to play 5th edition. You have to have access to Discord and Roll20.net. So there's a few requirements if you want to play with our D&D game. Can you shortly explain a bit about the religion and goddess? It's a goddess, right? You believe it? I don't believe in a goddess. Celadwin is an ancestral spiritual truth of the Welsh people, of the modern Bard. Her mythology is very important to us. Now, she is a goddess in apotheosis, right? Amongst the cultural memory. She is certainly, but she was just like you and I. And we call her goddess because we realize the divine in her and her contribution to humanity, something that we're all a part of in our own way. She started revealing herself to me. I used to have her image in the background to kind of make fun of Christians, and she started showing up. Celadwin is the divine Sophia, Proverbs chapter 8. Celadwin is Parvati, if you are Hindu. She is the great mother. She is the Lady Wisdom. She has many, many hats that she wears in our humanity. That's how I appreciate her, is the mother. Let's see here. Trinity Ivy Moon, our good friend, good to have you here for your entertainment privilege. Gaia is your goddess. Yeah. No Klingon character sheets, no. Forgotten Realms lore only. Forgotten Realms characters. I have specific rules that, I'm deep into the lore, and contradicting that would not be a part of my game. I'm gay and Jewish, yes. I'm a gay Jewish sorcerer. It's because why am I a gay and Jewish sorcerer? Because you guys call me that every day. This is in the Star of David. I don't know why you people think it is. You ask me if I'm a homosexual every day. I am on Tuesdays and Thursdays. you think I'm some type of conjurer of elements. These are just things that people say on here every day. That was interesting and very kind. Yeah. You have a camera. You've only played D&D twice in your life. I'll probably have to sit it out. I don't want to hold. Yeah, I'm not at this point. I'm not teaching people anymore. Now, if you want to go learn 5th edition, you're certainly welcome to do so. And 5th edition is real easy to learn. It's real easy to learn. Yeah, if you want to like role play and be like a magic sword or something like that, you certainly can hang out with us, right? I don't have any problem with doing that. Yeah, if you just want to like be a guest and watch us hang out with one another, you're certainly welcome to do that. Oh man, I just lost my place here in the chat. Let me fix my thing all the way down here. Cool Hand Mountain Man, good to see you, our good friend. There's no witchcraft here unless you're bringing it. I don't practice witchcraft. I practice druidry. There's a difference. There's a difference. The magic of witchcraft usually is based in, not all the time. There's a lot of diversity. But what you will find is the magic of witchcraft is, I will do this for you, deity, so you can do this. It's transactional. Not all the time. I mean, not all witches are the same. But that in druidry, the magic is you are participating with an entity or with the natural in what is already there. You are working and guiding the energies to make the world a better place. There's no transaction. It is a cooperation. That is the magic of druidry, as opposed to the typical witchcraft. Now, all witches are different, and so are all druids. You can be both. Some are both. Let's see. You went to the druid temple in Masham. That druid temple is Masonic. Now, that's a different type of druidry that I'm into. Modern druidry is something that is open to all peoples, not just gentlemen. The only temple for druidry is your out in the woods, your trees, your grove. That is a proper temple, the natural. You are the microcosm of the macrocosm temple. Druidry has no temples. Druidry has no dogma. Druidry is participation in what you are meant to be, which is the high priest or priestess of the natural. That's what druidry is. It belongs to everyone. Looks like Stonehenge Druid. Yeah, Stonehenge is a natural temple, right? It is nature. It is sacred geometry. It is a calendar. It is a union between heaven and earth. When you participate, when I go out to my grove, for instance, the atmosphere is changed because two things are meeting. You have, these trees and you coming together, and you become more than what you were before. It is cooperation. This cooperation is alchemy, is what I call druidic alchemy, is a union of two things, making something greater, something beautiful. It is no longer the same. Two things die, and one thing becomes new. Let's see here. Is druidry Old Germanic? Druidry has its origins in the Celtic tradition. Modern druidry is inspired by what you find, for instance, amongst Celtic-speaking nations. Yeah, but it really is universal. It is present in all cultures, amongst all people. Don't forget to touch the like button, my friends up there. I will be here for another hour with you, having these wonderful. Who is the Masonic leader? I don't know. I'm not a Mason. I don't think they have leaders like that, an ultimate overlord. Why not is here? He could tell you. He is our large brother here. You think I am Jordan Maxwell? Let's see. See. Synopsis is a specific word you're looking for. Symbiosis. Yeah, symbiosis is a natural cooperation. But I think it's beyond symbiosis, because symbiosis just happens. Alchemy is an intentional union of creating a harmony that wasn't there before. Two things coming together. Symbiosis is something that's natural. The alchemy is something that is guided, where the cooperation was something comes into being that wasn't there before. Symbiosis is not like that. It's close though. You know, spirits. I know your kids. Do they have to? I know the spirits know my kids. Why the F do I need to have a ceremony for this? Yeah, you don't, right? Ceremonies and rituals and things, that is all our way of trying to participate in what is already there. And that's part of our creativity. Let's see here. No, what? Help a bot out. Yeah, push the like button. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Let's see you open a portal or something. What do you mean by that? What kind of portal are you looking for? That's the important question. Can I join Master Wizard's crew for the right price? Yeah. We can debate about God perpetually. That's what children do. Children like to debate. God, whatever God is, doesn't need people to debate it. If God wants you to know its experience, it will make it known to you. There's no need to debate about it. The idea that you can communicate God with your simple intellect and convince the people into believing in what you assent to is has nothing to do with divinity at all. It has everything to do with your ego and your controlling mechanisms. How much gold does the master divide? $20. Go down to that button down there, that money symbol. That's it. They made themselves known. Yeah. I don't tell people, you hear like Christians saying, you need to find Jesus. No, he needs to find you. Don't go seeking gods. Let gods come to you. Open the door. If you're seeking a God, you're doing it in your limited and wretched capacity for comprehending the infinite with your limited intellect, right? And when you do that, you're getting in the way. And you're pursuing your own version of a deity. If you leave the door open for the deity will make itself known to you. You don't have to do anything. Let's see. Don't point that stick at you. Why am I arousing you? Let's see here. You found Jesus was hiding behind a tree in the garden. Yeah. They always want you to find. No, don't find. Let whatever God is come to you. You don't need to find anything, right? Why these people are into satanic pentagrams? Turn to the real God, please. Well, your real God is rooted in a falsehood, because this is not satanic at all. Your ideology is the problem here. I mean, Christians use this symbol in their churches. You're just being a dick with your religion. You got to go to work in an hour, going to stop off some cherries and for a crow that shows up at work. That's beautiful, Vixen, our good friend here, the servant of Anubis, taking care of our wonderful crow friends. Thank you for doing that. You found the Necromancer's channel. He's just before your stream. Oh, that sounds interesting. I love a good necromancer in the morning. Wouldn't we seek God if we heard the name of Jesus? Yeah, names don't do anything. Theology doesn't do anything for you. The only way to know God is to let God come to you. And when you're doing all of this effort, you're creating your own fiction, really. When a God makes itself known to you, you just receive. You embrace the embrace that is given onto you. Oh, Santa emptied his sack under your tree. Yeah. You're a Christian, good for you. I don't care what you are. I am just merely an entertainer. I don't care what religion you are. God could, just by bathing in the thought of good, uh, the idea of you being separated from God, that is also an illusion. Everything of God is in every part of what you are and in the world you are in. There's never a place where you are separated from it. The real problem is your perception, choosing to seek a perception, the perception that was given to you by your cultural experience. That gets in the way. And it makes you act like some of these assholes on here as they're, trying to force their religion down your throat. You are born on the first Friday of March to a witch. What? Don't care. It doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. When my ancestors came to me, I ran away. Yeah, it's scary, isn't it? It's scary when they make themselves known to you, right? Yeah. That's the thing. You can run. You don't have to accept them. And one of the things when you have an experience like, meeting your ancestors and whatever meditations you are doing, it can be very frightening. And I'm sure they understand that. They're still there for you. They still love you. They're still around. At least you're good ancestors. Some of our ancestors are annoying as hell. They're a nuisance. You finally joined the Discord. I'm glad that you're on there. My friends, go to that join button, buy me a cup of coffee, join our Discord. We have a wonderful time on there. Wonderful time on there. I'm a wise mage. Yeah, I don't practice magic. I'm just an entertainer. Your ancestors cheered and danced. Beautiful. Beautiful. Am I a wizard? No. On Friday nights I am. When I play D&D. I am just an entertainer. That is it. You should get yourself a girlfriend or a PS5. Well, my wife has a boyfriend we share. Is that good enough? And I have an Xbox. Yeah. Let's see. This is anti-religious. I think religion is wonderful when it's a form of creativity, when you're trying to understand the mystery that we all experience. I think religion is terrible, and I'm anti-religion when it's controlling you, when it's making you feel terrible about yourself or terrible about others, when it makes you afraid of symbols like this, saying it is demonic. That's when I'm anti-religious. But I think religion is what we do. It's part of our humanity. Don't forget, my friends, up there at the top of your screen is a wonderful like button. Spiritual entertainment here 7 days a week. I am here for your entertainment privilege. Join us. Join our Discord server. Join our community. Am I related to Gandalf? Yes, he is my lover. Yes, I am gay. Yeah. What cult is this? How do I join? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. That's how you join. Everyone, Keradun loves you. Thank you, Strawberry Cow. You're a Strawberry Cow lover? Keradun loves you all. Thank you. We a devotee of the goddesses here. Google told me that the dark side of druidry is scary and dangerous. It also carries responsibility that people will admit. Prove it. Prove any of those things are true. That's all bullshit. There's no evidence at all for darkness in druidry. There's certainly people who are evil in our world, but druidry is a wonderful spirituality that is just centered on the natural, on earth, of your environment. That's all that it is. There's nothing evil about that. Let's see here. Everyone is gay today? Yes, we are, certainly. Casting spells is considered witchcraft? Yeah, by Christianity. Yeah. Everything is, unless they're doing it, right? When they do it, it's okay. Yeah. But when someone else is doing it, for instance, divination is considered by the Christian community as diabolical, right? But in the Old Testament, when the high priest brought the ephod out, which was a device that was worn, and it had a little box where they would roll dice to see what God wanted from them. When you guys do it, it's okay. But when other people do it, it's always the devil, right? Gay with a wife, yeah. Why can't you be, right? I'm only gay twice a week. The rest is for my wife. Wednesdays is for her boyfriend, because I'm bisexual on Wednesdays. Who is Asta Sharon? I never heard of that before. Druids cast spells. That's generalization. And not all druids practice. There are atheist druids. There are Christian druids. There are Muslim, Jews. There's all kinds of people who practice druidry. It is just an earth-based spirituality. There are certain people in druidry that do. There are lots of pagans that are druids. I don't cast spells. I'm just an entertainer. Caledwin loves you, Strawberry Cow Lover. Am I friends with Satan? I'm friends with whoever wants to have a conversation. I don't care what you are. Your ability to speak, I regard as your sacred reality. Everybody poops. Yeah, that's what brings humanity together. We can all take shits together in peace and harmony, right? Everyone take a shit today and think about the world you live in, right? Satan will be banished in a pit of fire. What an evil God who just destroys people, who forsakes people. Think about all that energy where you have to torture someone for all eternity. Wouldn't it be more appropriate just to use all that energy to change their heart? Would you think it would be more appropriate rather than torturing them? You have a sick God. Very unfortunate. Like the God is really homophobic, right? Like in the Bible, he brings fire and brimstone upon Sodomy and Gomorrah. Wouldn't it have been better just to go down and change their heart instead of using all that energy to conjure up, all these flames and rocks falling from the sky, burning people alive, turning them to pillars of salt? Wouldn't it be more appropriate just to touch at their heart, right? When God touches your heart, you're never the same, right? You cannot resist love, that love that is given to you. You want it. You hunger for it when you experience it. Everyone interprets Christianity differently. Yeah, I interpret it as a terrible religion. Yeah. Lesson of Sodom and Gomorrah is that some people are beyond saving. Yeah. I hope you never have children. I mean, that's a terrible way to look at people. That the idea that people cannot change is a terrible, terrible philosophy, right? You have a God of infinite resources and infinite power, and he cannot change your heart. What a pathetic God you have. What a pathetic God you have. Christianity only makes sense from Gnostic views. No, it gets worse. Gnosticism is a terrible religion. I mean, I like Gnosticism. Don't get me wrong. The gospel of truth, I think, is right on. The Gnostic text called the gospel of truth. But the way that Gnostics look at the world is that we are in a prison. I think that's terrible. The world we live in is wonderful, and you are wonderful. Good to see you, Tori Evans. Good to have you here. Yeah, please be kind and touch the like button and follow. Right up there, you see it at the top of your screen up there. See it up at the top. I'm going to be here for another 40 minutes. I want to get that over 100. So help about that. I do this for a living. I have these wonderful conversations with people every day. I mix spirituality and comedy together. Sometimes it's more one of the other, right? Depends on what the goddess is doing here today. I have no religion, just beliefs. I don't believe in God. I know God. I don't need to believe in it. I think make-believing is terrible. How's the weather in Middle Earth? Well, last time I talked to Bildo, he said it was nice. God at love. Yeah, that's what it's all about, Tori. You are infinitely loved. Can you love yourself the same way, Tori? Do you see yourself as a person who is worthy? Tori, do you see yourself as filled with purpose and being? Tori, do you see a divinity always thinking about you, always loving you, always desiring you? You, Tori, my friend, you are worthy. You are important. And we need to believe that about ourselves. We need to practice. There's always something that comes our way that tries to get us in a state of despair or a state of unworth. And we need to practice renewing our minds. We need to practice re-educating ourselves about who we truly are. You are worthy, you are important, you are wonderful. These are things that we have to remind ourselves when we're experiencing difficulty or rejection by others. You're going to get rejected by others, right? There's always going to be someone that brings you down, right? And I experienced that daily. I was like, why am I doing this every day? I mean, I come on here. I basically say the same things every day. I'm treated terribly by a lot of religious people. Why do I keep doing this? Because there's people like Tori out there that need to hear how important they are. They need to know of their value. So I come here every day doing this difficult work, going out into the storm and letting people know that they are loved. And that might be repetitive, but in that repetitive reality, that ritual of return, there is infinite purpose that is reached out to someone that needs to hear it in that day. Let's see here. It's very easy to fall into an unworthy state of mind around negativity. Yeah. And you have the responsibility to be that positivity, even when everything is negative. And if you're not doing that, my friend Tori, no one else is going to do it for you. It is very courageous when all of that negativity comes your way and you do this very simple act. I'm not going to take it. I have worth, I have purpose, I have value. And these other things, they're not going to take away. And when you start living in this heroic state of mind, the world around you begins to change. The world around you begins to be transformed. You become a light in a dark, dark world. People become attracted to you. They're like, how does this person have this? I want it too. So be that person, my friend Tori. Thank you for being here. Thoughts on Aleister Crowley? He was evil. He hurt animals. He hurt people. And I think it is despicable when modern occultists, they think he is some type of hero. He is no hero. He is an evil and wicked being. It's terrible. You like going to Costco? I go to BJ's. That's where I go for my shopping. Yeah, we have a BJ Jokes, right? But it's a wonderful shopping place. It's good to joke around about it too. This guy is cool and takes more bravery to live stream than it does a hater behind a keyboard to post negative comments. Thank you, a legend dog. Thank you for being a legend to me today. I appreciate people that appreciate what I do. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah. When you actually experience pure unconditional love, you have experienced it. It's been a presence of it. It was a life change. Yes. I mean, it's always there, but we are taught not to perceive it, right? As Ram Dass once said, we just need to remember it, right? We've been given, when we first come into this world, we're introduced to a cultural memory that doesn't allow us to see that, right? And it takes great courage to remember what you are. I'm an awesome dungeon master too. Thank you. Trinity is one of my players here in our game Friday, and she's going to be here for a little bit on Saturday. It's Kevin, our resident mythicist, is here. It's hard to trust, Aleister said, because of his ties to intelligence agencies here. Yeah. Ozzy Osbourne was on. Lady Swamp Odag is here. Good to see you, our good friend. Oh, let's see. So many of us have been cut down by people who turn to Christ into a weapon. Yeah, religion is a great evil when it is used to destroy you as a person, to control you. And unfortunately, Christianity, the history is all there and how wretched and terrible it is. I don't think Jesus ever wanted a church because look what the church is doing. I mean, it's a terrible religion, right? Good guy activism. You're providing some activism today. Do you think the Harry Potter books will be misrepresented in the future? Yeah, if someone digs them up, they will certain. And there's nothing wrong with Harry Potter becoming a religion. Mythology takes you to a certain place. That's good. Like Lord of the Rings. If thousands of years they dug up Lord of the Rings, they're still going to the same place. The mythology helps you to take a journey, right? That's its purpose as a mythology, is to help you to arrive at the archetype. You don't believe in God? I don't believe in God either. I know God. I don't need to believe in it. Let's see. Christians hate Christ and use his name to hurt and control. Not all Christians. I have a lot of good Christian friends. I still teach things of Jesus. But most of it is terrible in its institutional form. What religion am I? I'm just an entertainer. Spiritual entertainment is my religion. Oh, you want a backdoor and popsicle? Oh, man. Oh, let's see. I'm a schizoid. See, this person, unfortunately, he has to come on here and call me names. And that's unfortunate for them, right? Something's not right in them where they have to go on people who are doing what I'm doing and share their negativity. Well, it doesn't work here. It just makes you look like a terrible person. You should stop doing that. The Thundercats mythology, oh, that's a bizarre. Lionel was a repressed homosexual. You know, him and Panther had a thing that, you know, he lived out aggressively through the Sword of Omens, right? Yeah. Oscar the Grouch is a god of the trash can. The Promised Land, right? Yeah, very simple-minded, certainly. Yeah, gay is natural. It's found in nature. There's nothing wrong with being gay at all. It's just a way to express your humanity with another person. Yeah, we are told it is terrible only by the Abrahamic faiths. Gay people have been here since the beginning of time, and gay people are wonderful. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, Mary Davidson, token pirate raccoon, our good friend. Don't forget, I'll be here for another 30 minutes, my friends. We're almost at 100. You'll see that like button up there. And think about becoming a community member. Join our Discord server. You see that join button down there? For the price of a cup of coffee, you could support what I do. Small, medium, and large. Buy me a coffee. You get all kinds of benefits from that. You get all kinds of cool emojis and things. You get an owl symbol next to your name. You can join our Discord server where we have fun. We play D&D together. We do other activities, have wonderful conversations. Nobody is born gay. How do you know? How do you know? You cannot make that judgment. You have no idea how a person is born and the desires that are in them. It's called projection, yeah. Being a dick, yeah. Who is you? I don't know. I'm still learning about who I am. What about you? Who is homosexual Henry? I don't know. Give him my phone number. Did I miss the rebuke of this day? No. No one has done that yet. I don't know if I'm in the mood for it either. I'm feeling kind of weak to conjure up a devil. Yeah, I shared at the beginning of the show. I have a playlist called Daily Exorcisms where I make fun of Christians that cast devils out on me here. It's my most popular playlist. And I was creating it to provide evidence for the Guinness Book of World Records that I am the most demon-possessed man in human history to get all of these exorcisms every day by Christians. And to my sadness, I learned that Guinness Book of World Records will not accept this evidence. they don't do spirituality things at all, for records. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. What beliefs or ideology do you practice? I practice druidry. That is what I practice. This community has great moderators. Yes, we certainly do. I am an ascended master star seed. Still trying to figure out. So you found a connection in the realities of ascended masters to try to interpret your experience of your purpose here, Tori. Yeah, well, we're glad to have an ascended master amongst us. Lucky Dragon, good to see you. Good to have you here. The great thing about the goddess is that she teaches you to reflect inward on who you are, right? Yeah, that's the beauty of having a goddess. And Keridwen is our patron here, the wonderful goddess of the hour, of divine inspiration, of transformation, of renewal. She is a proper goddess of wisdom, what you find. This is a rabbit scepter. No, it's more of a walking stick. I am very old, and I have terrible arthritis, and I use a stick to walk with. Yeah, you help guide others. That's important. Let's see. There was a public house near you called the Ancient Druids. Oh, that sounds like fun, Steve. American Maker. There's quite a few good people here. I recommend subscribing to the channel. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you have a wonderful channel too. Yeah, I'm a subscriber of his channel. You love that? Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah, you connect to Akasha record. I don't know what your spelling is, a little bit off there. You have to educate me. Jesus Christ, place you hand this list soul and bring. I don't believe in a redemption. There's no need to buy me back to the God. The God who forsakes me can fuck off. I'm not interested in being saved from a God. No, thank you. 100 likes we have gotten there. Thank you, my friends. I appreciate your enjoying what I do. And I got 25 minutes to be with you for your entertainment. I do this every morning. Tomorrow morning, I will be back here at the same time. And then in the evening, where we play our community D&D game together. Let's see here. Jesus Christ saved me, this man, immediately. Yeah, I don't need to be saved. No God is mad at me. No God wants to destroy me. You have a real deranged religion where you have to be saved from your God. I mean, think about how terrible that is. Let's see. You prefer a rabbit scepter? Yeah, it's just a walking stick, really. My rabbits are beautiful. I showed them on the beginning of the program here today. But if you want to see my rabbits, I have a playlist called Rabbit Cam. You could see my bunnies in action. This is my lady bunny that's down here by my feet. Looks just like this here. Just like this. All religions are man-made, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's part of our creativity. Nothing wrong with that. Unless it's controlling and manipulating and harming people like Christianity does, or Islam. The divine is not contained by a church, though the church may sometimes remember to open the window. The sacred breath moves through cathedral, coastline, scripture. Yeah, the idea that God's word is only in a book is a terrible belief. Everywhere the Logos is. Reading your Bible is no different than watching a sunset if you're looking for God. God is there, right? It's sad that they only have God in a book. It's quite unfortunate, right? The close Alpha Druid, oh my. I'm a Sigma Druid. Closest thing to God that actually is real are the prime elements, Father, Son, Earth. Yeah, for you. Yeah, that's how you wish to express it. But you can't be a gatekeeper and say this is the only way, right? In Druidry, we learn about the elements, to seeing the element fire, water, earth, and air as elements of wisdom and truth, the foundation for all things that we experience here. Yeah, we meditate upon the elements. We seek the wisdom of the elements. We are the children of the elements, right? These elemental realities. That's just one way of expressing it, right? Let's see, the records of collective unconscious, anything is learned in the Akashak records, like an encyclopedia. I never heard of the Akashak records. Is that something from Hinduism or something? I never heard of that before. Yeah, it's the occult. Yeah. Well, it's a occult for one person. For other person, it's their creativity. What do I think about black holes and dark matter? It's an amazing concept, right? Their purpose in the universe, right? There's a balance between chaos and order. And you certainly see that chaotic element in a black hole, right? And it's not, black holes aren't bad. They have a purpose. It's a purpose that if we step in one, we're gone, right? But it's a purpose nonetheless. Dark matter, the same. Without dark matter, there can't be other kinds of matter, right? There's a unity in the cosmos that we're learning. And we're connecting the dots through our sciences, right? Science, to me, and scientific exploration is a very important spiritual endeavor that we recognize in ourselves. There's always room for debate and being wrong in paganism. Yeah, I wouldn't know I'm not a pagan. Pagans can do whatever they want to. Amazing mods in this community. Thank you. Thank you. Imagine thinking the Most High is an overbearing dickhead that wants to punish you all the time. Yeah. It's terrible what people learn, right? It's terrible the religions that we inherit that make us feel terrible about ourselves. It's quite unfortunate. You have a tiny peach to peel today with a mome skin. Interesting, Daniel. You always come up with some really bizarre propositions. No, but good deeds don't go unnoticed until it raises your vibration. Ooh. Let's see. Eric, nice to see you. Creative people say they harness their creativity. Genius people say they only channel what they download. See, you're generalizing. You're generalizing. Creativity is a very diverse experience. That is something we do naturally. It is of our nature to be creative. You like the background? You like this? This is the Ace of Pentacles tarot card that we have here in the background. I'm glad that you find enjoyment in it. I got it. Hey, you have to keep it down. Thank you. All my kids are out of school and they're already fighting with one another in the background there. So I have to lay down the justice. Right? Well, druids are considered pagans by pretty much Abraham, especially certainly. Druidry is often considered pagan, but you don't have to, you can be any religion and practice it. It's just earth-based spirituality. Hello from Australia. You're concluding your evening here with your spiritual entertainment. Jason, thank you for being a part of it. Hello from Canada. We have lots of Canadians here around the cabin, right? Learn geology. Yeah, you will understand what peach skins are. It doesn't sound interesting to me. Let's see, would you rather shit or piss? I am an old man, yes. I don't play childish games as you're doing. By the way, this is for 18 and older. If you are under the age of 18, you are not welcome here. Please go somewhere else. There's people who, I don't even let my own kids watch this because this very inappropriate people on here. It's 10 p.m. You're in rehab. You got 30 days left. Well, thank you, Jason, for making this difficult choice in your life of sobriety. I commend you. Yeah. Every day counts. Every day has purpose and value. And this struggle that you've entered into is going to make you a better person in the world. It's going to help reveal all of your goodness. People who struggle with addiction to substances, that is your spirituality. Saying no to it. saying no to this beast, slaying this beast, this dragon that's in your life, helps you to find all of that treasure that is within you, right? And I commend you for taking this heroic journey. That's going to be the rest of your life in dealing with your addiction. That's something you have to struggle with every day if you're an addict. But you're not alone. There's other people on this spiritual journey, just as you are, trying to make their lives in a way where they're no longer enslaved, right? And thank you for making that heroic journey. And I hope that things go well for you as you are in rehab there. Let's see here. Any new ASMR ideas? Nothing that's come to me recently. These ASMR comedy skits that I do, if you want to check them out, I have a playlist called Unusual ASMR. They just come to me when I'm like driving around or something. I let the goddess inspire me there. You're 42 years old? Well, I'm a little bit older than you are. I'm almost 50 years old. You're 24, been using for 12 years. You finally kicked it off. That is a great accomplishment at your age. Sometimes people spend most of their life in addiction and realize it, when they're older, right? It's good that you're starting now your spiritual journey, and never give up, never give in, never give up. It's worth it. Your sobriety is a great power that you now possess. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you being here. Take care, America. Have a great day today. You're a shiny bastard. What does that mean? I don't understand what you're going there. Daniel, what are you wailing about now? You're wanting ice cream here? I cannot provide such services for you. Don't forget, my friends, we have over 100 likes. Let's keep going. Don't forget to go up and touch, subscribe. I do this every day. I'm going to be here for about 15 more minutes for your entertainment pleasure. If you missed our earlier conversation about self-worth, you can check it out on my Substack. If you want to be subscribed to my Substack, in my About Me, there's a link to my Substack page, which is totally free. Usually it's just notes for topics that I discuss here. Every now and then I'll have a topic. And today was, realizing you're worthy, you're important, you have value. I'm talking about how we are conditioned since birth to forget our value, to forget our purpose. And we're always trying to find it, right? And it's always been there, right? It's all about remembering, as Ram Dass taught us. Remembering that you are unconditionally loved. Spiritual entertainment. Never stop it. Keep going. You are screaming for ice cream, Daniel. I just can't do it for you. I can't provide your popsicle treat. What loving God would send you to hell? Exactly, Timothy. What an evil God forsakes you, torments you, allows you to use your free will to destroy yourself when you have infinite resources to stop. If I saw my children destroying themselves, I would use all of my resources to stop them. Not this wicked version of God that they're talking about, right? Nat 20 all day, my friends. Got to roll that Nat 20. I love D&D. It's a wonderful game. You should watch us, Jason. Tomorrow night we play on here, live stream. And Saturday, we're going to have an all-day stream of Dungeons and Dragons we hit 50,000 last weekend. The algorithm just shot up the week before. Now we're going back down to normal, where we have just about a few thousand a week instead of 1,000 every day. It goes up and it goes down, the algorithm. Ozzy, good to have you. You want to find a chicken pot pie in my village? Oh, man. Good to see you. I can't pronounce your name. It's in another language. Crystals are the first intelligent design, you say. Any thoughts on nuns with guns and Warhammer 40K lore? I don't know the Warhammer lore. I'm just getting into Warhammer with one of my sons. He likes playing collecting Warhammer stuff. So I played all the video games, certainly, but I'm unaware with the nuns with guns. Yeah. Yeah. You like Dungeons and Dragons as well? Yeah. Thank you, Around the Cabin. The pentagram is a pagan symbol. It's also a Christian symbol. It's a universal sacred geometry that you find amongst all religions. They have this symbol in it in some way. Oh, let's see here. Did Jesus ever poop? There are people who believe he did not, believe it or not. There's a group in Catholicism, a tradition in Catholicism, that to this very day, there are people who believe that Jesus never went to the bathroom. I mean, that sounds ridiculous, right? That's when he talks about the way is narrow, follow the narrow way. He's really talking about constipation, right? It's really ridiculous. Oh, let's see here. Did I ever play the orc racing? No, I got into the other types of Warhammer games. The last one, the last big one for me was Rogue Trader. I mean, that was a beautiful. When it came out, it was terrible because of all the bugs, but the lore in that is if you want a good immersion in the Warhammer universe, play Rogue Trader. It's a really good way to get acquainted with the lore. You're a pagan yourself, but that's really cool. Yeah, I have lots of pagan friends, and this is a universal symbol. On my Discord server just last week, I shared an image at a church that I was at. I took a picture in the stained glass windows, the pentagon. It's sacred geometry. For Christian tradition, it represents the 5 wounds of Jesus Christ. That's what it represents. You reckon every society would eventually have inverted the pentacle? All the upside down, and it just means the idea that you have a pentagram, an upside down pentacle, is just dark energy. It's not evil. There are the Satanists. They like putting everything upside down as a mockery. The upside down pentagram in Satanism is a mockery. Like the upside down cross. Having a cross upside down isn't evil either. There's a whole religious order in Catholicism called the Fraternity of St. Peter. Peter was crucified upside down, and they have upside down crosses in their churches to honor him. Watch some atheist archives on YouTube. Christopher Hitchens, yeah, he's wonderful. I love Christopher. Christopher Hitchens is a big influence on my life, and I'm pretty sure he is right now with God. God is like, thank you, Chris, for exposing all of their bullshit. Venus orbit, make the pentacle symbol, yeah. Take care, Speedy. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I cover you with the blood of Jesus. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. I'm not in the mood for an exorcism today. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm really tired. So I apologize to my fans who want a demon to come out right now. I just don't have the energy for it. You have no power at all. Save 2323. Your exorcism isn't doing anything. You're a powerless and pathetic Christian. You have no power here. Oh, let's see here. Oh, no, yeah. Cherry flavor popsicles for you. Granite in the King's Chamber from 1,000 miles away. That's, yeah. I don't know. We don't know how they did it, right? I mean, that was a powerful feat. The construction of some of our ancient sacred geometry places like the pyramids, we had a technology back then that we've lost, but humans made that stuff. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't aliens. This is our construction, our art, and I think we were onto something that we lost. Richard Dawkins is good too. Yeah. He's very pompous sometimes, Richard, but he is adorable. Do I have a P.O. box? I'm getting one because I know a lot of my fans want me to get one. I just haven't had it in the budget yet. Just struggling to pay my bills with the income that I get from this. You're a good man to spend time with your children and play with them. Yeah, every day I'm always doing activities with my children. Please cast a happy spell on you. If you want an erection, go to my OnlyFans page. I can't do that for you here. Road Traeger looks bonkers. It's a lot of fun. It now has no more bugs, but it's a great way to immerse yourself in Warhammer 40k lore. Arthritis is a horrible thing. Yeah, I've had it since it really started hitting me hard in 2006. I haven't been able to walk around since then, and it only got worse. I only have, when I don't take medication, I have an hour of mobility. And when I take the medication, I have 3 hours of mobility. After that, I got to get high all the time just to get around in life. How was the bar today? Good, Sean. I hope you're doing well. You're not perfect, Michael Jackson. Jesus was perfect. Why can't you be perfect? Michael, your idea of perfection is quite flawed. Your God and demanding you be perfect makes a God quite evil and wretched to demand such perfection from a finite being. Right? You are no different than Jesus. You are loved in an unconditional way. You are worthy of the love of the divine. You can't earn it or deserve it. It is just freely given. You are perfect. You are perfectly loved, my friend. Don't believe in that bullshit that you have to believe in anything to be loved. I mean, this is such a scam in human history. You forgot the Father Odin, one of many different mythological ways of understanding the Father, right? And not the perfect kind of mythology, as I tell people, when it comes to fatherhood, is the doctor. And he is the good God. He does everything good. He is the perfect father. It's not like all these other gods. He doesn't do terrible things to you. Odin's children, Freya, Balder, and Thor have arrived safely on their destination. Good. How heavy is the boat? I don't know. Billie Jean's at your door? Oh, man. No need to find him. Yeah. Yep. Do you have rheumatoid or I don't know what it is. I have no cartilage in my back. In my knee, it's gone as well. I've had many surgeries on my knee. My back swells up. I have to go get injections every month to get the swelling down because of the bone-on-bone scraping with one another. Yeah, this is like the most difficult part of my day is standing here talking to you. I'm right after I'm done, I collapse for about an hour or so and rest because of the intensity of the pain. Yeah, that's why I'm high usually a lot on here. You're doing fine? Good. You're getting something to do? Yeah. How do you spell Billie Jean, that girl's name? She's not your lover, right, Michael? Remember that woman, Billie Jean, tried to say he was the father of her child. So Michael Jackson was so brilliant. He makes a song about how he's it's not his child. Billie Jean is not his lover, right? I'm a Jewish willow with a broomstick. I'm just a gay Jewish sorcerer, and it's just a walking stick. Yeah. Have I taken my collagen supplements? Yeah, sure I have, right? I hope you understand. I hope you understand. You have degenerative spine condition also, small world. Yes, us people falling apart need to stick together. Let's see. Rock, sink in the sand. The rabbit is nothing. It's a picture. The rabbit is a beautiful reality. You see it? And that is an image of my beautiful rabbit here. I'll show her to you again here. She's going to get pissed off at me. She's all laying down here, comfortable. All right, come here, sweetheart. They want to see you again. They want to see you again. Here she is. She hates being picked up more than 30 seconds. She's adorable. Isn't she adorable? Doesn't she look like what's there? Okay. I got to put her down. All right. I got to get her a treat now because every time I pick her up, she demands a treat. one of her Timothy biscuits here. Here you go, sweetheart. Timothy biscuit, Timothy biscuit. And my other bunny, he is quite gentle. You can walk in water. Look at you. Yeah, best time to join. Yeah, when you see the rabbit, right? Doesn't she look just like that? That's why I bought this walking stick. I'm like, that looks exactly like her. That's why I got it. You don't believe in rabbits? Oh, it's sad. Sad face. Rabbits are beautiful animals. Let's see. The history of our ancestors is engraved in stone. The colors and numbers. We have an open book, the other closed. Yeah. We continue where our ancestors left off. I celebrate the Wheel of the Year to honor my ancestors. And to continue with, I think the Wheel of the Year is a modern thing, but it brings all of this goodness of our ancestors together. And I think it's a wonderful tradition. You know, modern pagans, modern druids, people, they look to the Wheel of the Year. A lot of them. Not every one of them does it. Let's see here. Why are cathedrals placed in certain locations? Yeah, because those were places of power, right? Oh, I am fake. Oh, cry, sad face. You don't have to be here, dumbass. You don't have to be here. Go away if you don't like it. I'm an entertainer. You don't have to be here. Captain Jean-Luc Picard is here. Good to see you, our good friend. I hope it's always nice to see you. And eventually the Borg shows up. Farmer Fiona, good to see you. The sign of the devil? Oh, no. Oh, Fiona, you should put one on your barn. Yeah. Satan is your king. Yeah, I don't have a king or queen. Get a life. You're the one watching, dumbass. You don't have to be here. Soda Squad, praise Kedwin. Yes. Get the pentagram upside down. The upside down pentagram doesn't provide the energy resource that I'm looking for. I have the pentacle is the one that represents properly my ancestors. That's why it is here. That is why it is here. The Borg start. Good to see you, Eddie Davis. Ed Davis, good to have you here. You had a sausage and a runny egg for your breakfast? Yeah, not my thing. Not my thing. And I'm not a breakfast person usually. Do you think the greatest sacrifice is born in blood and steel? What are you, Conan the Barbarian? You are trying to find the riddle of steel? Yeah. You don't worship anything, neither do I. I think gods that want you to worship them are pathetic. Yeah, think about that. Yeah. What are they going to do with all this ritual? I mean, they're trying to force you to a place of subservience, right? That makes them better than you are. I think that worshiping any god is you're enslaving yourself. Jesus loves me unlike Satan. I don't believe in a devil. Learn the pagan Odic rune of Odin. I read runes. I have the Elder Fullshock runes is my thing. I'm certainly a lover of the runes here. You summon a pot of greed. Oh shit! Watch out. You need to go back and do some Buddhist meditation. Yeah, good for you, Fiona, if you find a lot of benefit. Yeah, if I were you, Fiona, I would go meditate on the fairy mound that is near your house. Fiona, our friend here, is from Ireland, and she has some wonderful video of herself and her family out at a fairy fort. That would be if I lived where you live, Fiona, I'd go right there and meditate and get into that connection with this ancestral memory that is all around you. I'm the Ice King from Adventure Time. Oh, one of my favorite episodes in Adventure Time is when you had that Goblin King going around spanking all of his servants. I mean, that was hilarious as hell. Adventure Time is very funny, very hilarious. And they have a newer version about some lady adventurer now. But yeah, Adventure Time, I enjoyed watching those cartoons with my children when they came out. I mean, Adventure Time is classic. I mean, the humor in there is It's something for everyone, right? The fairies are there. Yeah, well, I think some of our ancestors, Fiona, their fear of the fairy is really superstition. I think that fairies, the fairy folk certainly deserve respect, but I think there's an invitation there as well. There's an invitation to honor and to respect them. You could certainly do that when you're at a fairy fort in your meditation, where they're not in opposition to you, where you want to share in their experience, you want to hear their story, to tell their tale, right? Freedom of the inner sanctuary. Oh, that sounds like fun. You cast clairvoyance. You have now put up a field around me where you're able to infiltrate my mind. But I passed my wisdom saving throw. Sorry, it's not happening. We have a lot of proto-druid and druid sites in the UK too, sadly. Less cultural memory than Ireland, yeah. Unless you're in Wales. I mean, that's where all of that memories have really been preserved amongst the Welsh people. It's all there, all the wonderful lore that you find all around the UK, right? Going to Wales is like going into another world, right? It's all there amongst the cultural memory. Oh, let's see here. Depends on the fairy a lot, just huge energy of death and dread. Well, maybe that death and dread is a cultural memory coming out of a terrible response to the fairy folk. Maybe there's an invitation there. It's worth exploring, right? What do you got to lose? What do you have to lose, right? Does the cloak do anything? It's just to honor my ancestors who were bards. I am a member of an order of bards, and the blue cloak is something we wear. So that's all it is. In the game Black and White, you play. God, that's an old game. That is an old game. You could side good or evil. Yeah, those are some interesting old games. Good morning, Ahmed. Good to have you here. You are all right with me. I misjudge. Yeah, that happens all the time, right? Nice clapping there. Thank you for the claps. I love your speed. You should see me in the bed chambers. You're bold, voice of bold. Yeah. Receding hairline. All right. That's probably as bold as I will get. And there's nothing wrong with being bold. I mean, it's part of a human experience, right? There's nothing wrong with it at all. Bold is beautiful. You like watching Adventure Time? Yeah, Christians did make sure to destroy a lot of the ancestral religions because of fear. All right, my friends, I have come to the conclusion of my broadcast today. I will return to you around the same time. Think about becoming a community member. You see that join button there. For the price of a cup of coffee, you could support what I do. I do this for a living, and people who buy me those coffees, you keep me coming back. Like Daniel here, thank you. Religion is for the weak. You believe in yourself. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, Daniel. There's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. But the idea that religion is for the weak is a contradiction. You're contradicting yourself because you're making a religious statement. Thanks, Uncle. You ain't so chopped. Thank you. Love Guru. Yeah, I'm an old man, a decrepit old man, and I appreciate your support, my friends. And think about joining our Discord server with that join button. You'll get a members only tab where you can hang out with us on Discord. You can join in our D&D games. Right? We have a wonderful D&D game coming up all day Saturday. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.